If all would be please seated. That's what I was talking about. Fantastic. Well, welcome. Welcome to Medical Prep Institute's graduation. All of you look wonderful. And I have to make a comment on one of the caps I saw where it said, "Bust in mind to save yours." Because you know what? They really, really have. All these students, what they've been through, and this field is not easy. So they really did bust theirs to save all of ours at some point. So welcome, and thank you very much for everything you did. And I look forward to seeing how the events will unfold today. So, again, everyone, parents, friends, families, loved ones, and, well, all the little ones as well. We've come a long, long road to get here. Right? I think you'll agree with me. There's an ancient African proverb that everyone knows, and it says, "It takes a whole village to raise a child." I think we'd all agree with that. It's not much different when you're a student, because it does take all efforts of everyone to give the encouragement and the energy necessary so that they can actually get to where they're at. I mean, long nights, red eyes when you wake up in the mornings, studying. Really, sometimes you just want to go to bed, and you just want to sleep for days, not hours. It just doesn't feel like enough. But you're here, and some of you might continue forward, and that's awesome if you do. Or you might go work into work and save some lives. Whatever your path takes you, we wish you the best of luck. And we will do what we can. We will be there answering those phone calls, emails, whatever necessary to help you move forward. Some of y'all already know me. You know I'll do that. And I'll point you in the direction with all the guidelines from the federal government or whatever is necessary. You know it. You know how I work. So, again, we're very, very honored to have all of you here to take your time to be here with us today. So, let's all stand, if we could, so we can give the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. If you don't mind, please be seated again. Making sure everybody's seated. Thank you. So, for today, we have some great speakers, and one of the speakers is someone who's been with us for a bit. She actually started off as a teacher and somehow decided to stick around with us even longer, and we haven't scared her away yet. I mean, at least I know I haven't. Not yet, not yet. And that is, everyone knows, Dr. Jean Collins. So, she is quite a character, as we all know, as we all are, because, you know, for all of us to be here doing what we do, we have to have fun. And even in your field, you're going to have fun as well, because it's going to be stressful. But we have an honor and a commitment to you and to the society. So, Miss Dr. Jean Collins, if you would, please.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's finally glad to meet somebody in person instead of through the nice little Zoom lens I get. So this is my first speech I have ever had to give. And it's totally different than when I'm on Zoom having to talk to y'all. So of course I've got notes. And I'm going to try to just use them as I can. But I want to wish everybody a good morning. Thank you all for being here and being the backbone and the support of these students and what they have needed. It's very difficult to study day in and day out and not getting much of a break and then having to go forward, go right into the workforce and study for your boards at the same time. And if without your support that you give these students, it wouldn't be possible. I mean, as I went through school, I had to have the support of family in order to help me get through it, because I had to work full-time too, because I needed to support my family, as all of these do. And if there wasn't the support from family, again, thank you so much for helping these students do that. You guys yourself deserve an applause for everything you've done to help us do that. So I am Dr. Jean Collins. I started out here teaching online. My RN 37 was my first group. I love my RN 37. But I was asked to be keynote speaker this year, and I'm like, okay. So every time somebody says something, I get tachypnea, tachycardia, and I get diaphoresis. You know, I just like going crazy. Now, my students, they know what that all means. And for you that don't, it means my heart's racing, I'm sweating so bad, and I'm just breathing as fast as I can. Yeah. The 911, no, that's the issue. But what I thought was, you know, I can be an inspiration for these students. I've made it to the top and the bottom. So that's what I decided I'm going to let you know about. I want these students to go forth and make a change in a human life. Whether it's just one human life or it's hundreds of human lives, I want to at least be able to change one human life. My career began when I was 5 years old as a nurse. That's what I feel. My father worked for the State University of New York at Canton. He was in the agricultural program. And what he did is he helped do farming in Canton, New York. And one day he dragged me along to work, and they had an autopsy that the vet performed on a calf. And so I watched it, and the vet was telling me all about the different organs, what was going on, how they work, and I was completely enthralled. I was right on it. Now, when I got home and Dad told Mom about it, he caught a lot of heck from Mom. So, true north is our internal compass. And that internal compass is what guides us successfully through our life. It represents who you are as a human being, and what I believe is your faith in your deepest level, is your fixed point of a world of unknown. And this focal point keeps you on track to where you're going. Your true north can be what is most important to you, what you cherish and love the most, what motivates you and gives you the most satisfaction in your life. Like a compass pulling towards the north, I could always feel it pulling me towards my goals and my purpose. And that was to help others. In high school, I began volunteering as a candy striker at our local hospital in a long-term care facility. And every Sunday, I would assist those needed patients in doing their simplest needs. I would feed them. I would, read to them wherever they needed, or just somebody they needed to talk to. In my senior year of high school, I took a CNA course, and I began working as a CNA. I enjoyed every bit of the interaction that I had with these people. They were wonderful. I loved the war stories from the war veterans. I loved, talking and listening to them about the children and what they did when they grew up and what they were doing. So I still found my compass pulling me north. It just kept pulling. You need to do something more. So soon after graduation from high school, I found my life heading in another direction. I fell in love and got married. So it kind of put a hindrance to my compass pulling me north more, and I married and I had 2 beautiful children. But I still, even though I was fulfilled in that way, I wasn't fulfilled totally myself. So my compass kept pulling me north. So one day I said to my husband, I want to go back to nursing school. I want to be a nurse. So the day I started nursing school, I was sitting in the nurses' lounge. It was called the commuters' lounge at that time. And in walks my husband. He says, if you can do this, I'm doing this too. So my husband and I went to nursing school together. And believe me, it was a struggle. Because he's like, he could learn something just like that, and me, I'd have to study for hours. It worked out though. 32 years later, I'm still with him, so I guess it worked out. But I finished. We both finished, and we graduated from SUNY Canada with our associate's degree in nursing. Our first year, though, we did take our LPN boards, and we became an LPN. So I went from Candy Striper. I now have my CNA. Now I'm an LPN. Now I have an RN. I'm very happy with that. I thought it's all I needed. So I stayed at that level for a long time, working bedside, taking care of, delivering babies into this world. I love delivering babies into this world because you get to see that happiness on everybody's face. It had times of sadness, but other than that, it was fantastic. So I kept feeling my compass was still pulling me. Even though I thought I was fulfilled, my compass kept pulling me north. It just wanted me to do more. So in 2013, I went back and got my bachelor's degree. And then, without a break, in 2014, I completed my master's degree. I just kept going. Because I knew I wanted what was best for my patients. I knew that I wanted what evidence-based practice was out there that I could provide to my patients, I can get with more education. And that's the key to everything. Getting more education so you know that you want to be there for your patients. In 2016, silly me, decided I wanted my doctorate. So I entered Chamberlain University. And I was working full time and I went to school full time. And trying to get a doctorate and doing everything full time was very difficult. But I had that love and that support of my husband and my children and my family right there behind me. If I needed dinner made, my husband orders. They soon, the delivery people soon know us by heart. But in March of this year, March 2nd, I ended my journey. And when I put that last paper in, and I finished my dissertation, it's like heaven. It's like I finished this journey, but I still, though, want to continue with learning. Even though I finished my journey and I've gone as far as I can go, I still have that yearning that I want to learn more. So I'm fulfilling that with you guys, with out there teaching everybody. So my true north, even though I completed that journey, it's still pulling me. It's still pulling me so that I want to help you. And I want to help those upcoming nurses. I want them to be the best nurses that they can be. So, as you all know, I started with RN 37 for my babies. And so, even though life has many rough spots, and there's many things that you're going to face, things that you're going to do, there's going to be bumps. There's no bumps in life. You just got to go over the bump and face the hill. If you face the hill and you get top of the hill, it's all downhill after that. It's easy going. So continue on to your journey and continue on to what you feel that your true north is pulling you towards. Okay? Teacher up here talking now. Continue on. Okay? Journey is fantastic. It's wonderful. Being there to help others, bring new life in the world, start this guy's beating heart, stop the bleeding here, stop that person's pain. It's the best feeling in the world. Okay? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Collins. So, what everyone think? Everyone's got a story. Everyone's got a journey. He's still shaking. So, you know, I love stories like that because it reminds me a lot of what my family went through. My father and my mother came here from Cuba as immigrants. They had to leave when Fidel Castro first came in and he took over the country. And I say take over because anyone who's Cuban and knows about the story and everything, he basically did take the businesses and everything from the population. And my father, even though my parents came here with nothing and their education from Cuba meant essentially nothing, he always told me, he goes, you know, no matter what, look up, look forward, move forward. Looking behind, you're not going to find anything there. You're not going to find anything new. You've already passed it. My dad always told me, he goes, you know, I'd rather you aim high and miss than go low and hit. You know, don't be afraid to take risks. You're going to fail. That's okay. That's how you learn. Did you just pick up a bike and just start riding like this? No. You failed. You fell. We've all done that. That's okay. Keep moving forward. I'm not saying. I like to try to be organized. Like her first time, this is also my first time. So yes, I try to get myself prepared. So, we have another speaker. This is actually one of our students, a graduate, and she also.
RM36 Jesus! Good morning, everybody. Welcome. I want to thank you all for coming. I'd like to thank our panel of teachers and everyone who has helped us to get through this process. It has been a long, rough I am of the cohort RM36. And we have had some serious experiences. But a little bit about me. So I came to Tampa from Atlanta once a month for almost 18 months. And it was very hard to get here, very hard to stay here, very hard to get to this place right here, right now. So, as an LPN of 20 years, 20 years as an LPN, I finally made it to be an RN. So, what I want y'all to realize is this. I'm going to keep it simple and very sweet for y'all. Today is our day. Everyone here has worked hard to get to where you are today. Whether you've taken your boards or not, you are on your way to bigger and better things. One step closer to your dream of being the person that God has intended for you to be. You are everything that you need to be right now, but you can be better. And I want you all to know that if you just keep striving, keep working, keep moving, keep pressing, your perseverance will endure. I took my boards on the day after my birthday, September 4th. And and it still is surreal to me to write TLE RN, because at some point you get discouraged. At many points throughout our journey, we get discouraged, and we have to rely on our sisters and brothers RN36, I couldn't have made it without y'all. I had to start a little late, but everything for a reason. Because I got the sisters and brothers that I got. George, Muhammad, Chris, Tisha, Terica, JoJo, Mary, Miss Yvette, Abdul, y'all are my family. And I want y'all to know that I couldn't have made it without you. To everybody here who has gone through this program, and you know it was hard, it was rough. There was days you couldn't wash your hands. There was days we didn't have no toilet paper. There was rough days. Okay? But we stuck together. We walked over to Dollar General and so today, rely on what's already inside of you because you have it. You made it through this program. You can do anything. Believe in yourself and know that those of you who are scheduled to take your board, rely on what you've learned, rely on what you've received from your fellow classmates, rely on your common sense, because that's what it was. That's what got me here. Rely on the fact that it's already in you to know what you were born to do. For you guys, this is my favorite song in the whole wide world, and I want y'all to hear it.
In the micro.
Guess what? Closer to my dream. I'm going higher and higher. That's right. Our dreams of being registered nurses, our dreams of being BSN nurses, our dreams of being DMPs, it starts right here, right now.
Thank you very much. We have something special right now. This is a scholarship that Medical Prep Institute gives out every graduation to a student. And this scholarship is towards our Bachelor's of Science in Nursing program. So I would like at this time, if I could have the honor of giving this scholarship, and just please come up here on the left, to Miss Yvette Watson.
Hey guys, I think everybody knows me. I'm Asmir. The parents might have heard about me. Some of you have called me and even talked to me. I'm always going to be there for you guys. Whether you're here today and you're graduating and you want help finding a job, or you're here today and you're finishing things up and you still have an exit to take, and I'll be there fighting for you guys. or I'll be there for you also down the road as you guys move forward. My thing is, I see a lot of you guys as you finish and graduate and move forward, and things happen in life, and the thing is, you guys gotta know that I'm here for you guys, as well as the school is still here for you guys. Because as you guys go on, things happen in life. You know, things that are unexpected, and sometimes even as you are being nurses and you're being RNs, you might even lose your first patient. Nothing you could have done about it. It's just that sometimes you just need a shoulder to lean on, and I get that, and I get those calls too. But what I really want to talk most about is the students that actually move forward and continue their education and keep going after that. And I have seen a lot of you guys that have graduated and moved from here become very successful. Like Ms. Lee just mentioned, she encourages you guys to move forward. Dr. Collins just mentioned, she encourages you guys to move forward. Go for your BSN, go for your MSN, go for your doctorate. And you know what? I see it. I see you guys succeeded at completing it. And I get those, even if you guys don't call me and tell me, hey, Asmir, I got my DNP. Hey, Asmir, I got my BSN. Hey, Asmir, I got my doctorate. But when you guys ask and apply for a job, I have to confirm still that you graduated from MPI for your ASN. And I have to confirm that. And I get to see what job you guys are applying for and how you guys are succeeding. So even if I don't sometimes get those calls, I do want to let you know that you guys become very successful after today. And I think that's something that's very important to say after this scholarship. The reason I say that, even though we like to encourage everybody to go to MPI and go forward and go for your BSN and for everybody coming back to move forward, you know what? People are going to move elsewhere. People are going to move with a lot. Stop education altogether. But eventually, you're going to find yourself in life that you do want to do more. And trust me, after MPI, you got it in you. I promise you that. Because it is hard. I tell you the day that you walk in and you ask for information, I tell you it's hard. And I'll tell you the day you walk out and into the graduation. But after completing this, you can succeed in anything, I promise you. Anything.
Okay, you are really tall. Thank you, Mr. Asner. We get a lot of phone calls at the school, but we love getting calls where it's like, hey, how's it going? I want to talk to Asmer, Amir. I hear a lot of that. My name is simple, it's boring, it's Richard. That's easy. But we love those kind of calls. We love and sometimes if you're out there and you're in a rut, we'll do whatever we can to help you out. I mean, looking for a job, need some ideas on where to look, whatever. I mean, we will do what we can. I think all these graduates definitely deserve another round of applause. Now for something that's very important, and our very own Miss Jessica. Everybody knows Miss Jessica. Come on up, Miss Jessica.
I need your help. On the back of your pamphlet is the Nightingale Pledge. We're going to do this together. Alright, everybody have it? Okay, we're going to light the candle. Alright, let's do this together. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and for accession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is luxurious and mischievous, and will not take the work against any harmful drugs. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession, and I will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and all ordinary affairs of my knowledge and the practice of my home, with loyalty, endeavor, and dedication to the word, and devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. Congratulations.
Well, you did it. And now you have the honor, all you graduates, of turning your tassels. Well, if everybody will please, graduates, stand. We're going to miss you. We are. I'm trying not to get emotional. Y'all know. You did it. I tried my best. I'm not perfect. Wasn't hell of a hard. So, we look forward to seeing and hearing more of your wonderful accomplishments. And hey, even if you fail, we want to hear it all. We look forward to it. Congratulations again, Medical Prep Institute graduates, 2019. Thank you to everyone, friends, family, loved ones, and the future little ones. We wish you the best, Godspeed, and take care. So, have a wonderful time, and hey, maybe get out to the beach. You're here in Florida. Wow, weather's great. So, thank you very much. And if you wish, you can do as you wish. This concludes the ceremony. You want to throw your hat? Go for it. Some of them are so beautiful and decorative. I don't know if you want to do that. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you very much. If anyone still has pictures that they want with Miss Anna, she's right over here. Anyone's missing pictures, just meet with Miss Anna on the right.
Been around the world, searching for a miracle, but I found